in the world. So when the government in the country in which you do business is basically saying, if you don't do this, we're going to make that hard for you. Man, the company is going to decide like the money is more important. Their shareholders are more important than, some privacy issues and things of that nature, man. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, Apple, should have known. Like they was basically stuck. I just think they were stuck. They was like,
I think they were stuck, and let's get them. They was a little complicit in this shit too.
Oh,
a little bit of under the table. Yo, I'm gonna let her some taxes, little tax things fly by. Let y'all get a little tax breaks, little. Hey, you need to move these parts from China. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Ain't really fucking with China like that right now, but I know y'all get your parts and all. Because think about it, during the pandemic, Apple kept doing their thing, even with a ban on a lot of Chinese base and import.
Every time I was in the mall, because that was like the only place you could really go, like when stuff opened up. Like even if you wasn't buying nothing, you just walked around.
Yeah, I got my iPhone during peak pandemic.
Bruh, like the lines at the app, it stay a line at the Apple store. Like it's to the point now where the ones here, I don't know about there, you got to make an appointment. Like if
got a big ass Apple store, you got to make an appointment.
Make an appointment. And once again, even during the pandemic, like that was the one store besides the sneaker stores was always cracking. But but the Apple store kept a line. The Apple store, Pandora, and the shoe stores, like they kept line, pandemic or not.
You're gonna come get these products.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, Apple, like, and I mean, and this is. Like even during the first recession, not the first, but I guess the most recent one, when excuse me, when Bush messed everything up and we were just coming out of that. And I remember it was like around 2006, I was working on John Kerry's campaign. And I remember like the Cheesecake Factory was clicking and the Apple Store was clicking. And I mean, Apple was just like getting, their footing. And once again, even when they said people wasn't spending a lot of money, they were spending money on iPhones and Macs. iPads wasn't there yet, I don't think. But they was definitely spending money on Macs and iPhones and heavy. So
Fam, I bought, and once again, I'm just like you. I was honestly, I was a avid Android user. Now, I was the same way. I had an iPhone earlier in the days. I used to even have a MacBook. I mean, not a MacBook Pro, a iMac, and shit, I had the desktop joints and everything. Shoot, I was maxed out for a minute, but it was just costing too much just to update that motherfucker. So I fell back from it. I was like, yo, I'm good, man. I'm cool on this. Mm-hmm. Now, present time, cop the iPhone. I was like, you know what? I've been with Samsung for a long time. I kind of want to change to the iPhone. Went to the iPhone 12 Max Pro. Got my wife one. Next, I done bought me a fucking MacBook. I'm like, oh, this shit is all like for what we do as a business. This shit just integrates well. Mm-hmm. I mean, it just does. It is what it is. But just like you said, peak pandemic, bro. The Apple Store was wide open. Apple was still making products. So this kind of lined up with them. It's like, all right, cool. We're gonna do this. We're gonna break what we normally don't do when it comes to our consumers and the people that purchase our products. We're gonna go ahead and give the government the information that they requested. Here, but we're gonna say when shit hit the fan, we were subpoenaed and we was pushed to do it.
Oh, they was left with plausible deniability.
Facts.
Oh, that's all that was, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out, because now the inspector general is involved, and um, so now they're investigating or whatever, and they're probably going to be starting to issue subpoenas. And they already saying that like Bill Barr is already trying to like distance himself from the Trumps and the organization about this, because he was the one who ordered it. Like even if he didn't order it, he allowed it.
Man, it's a lot of shit that was allowed during the Trump era.
Yeah, so
Normally be.
Oh man, like that to me, I could deal with right the tax breaks, because that's what he was supposed to do. You know, he was there. He told business owners, he got you. He told corporate America, I got you. And he went in there and made sure that like their tax rate was like low. You know, he dropped it. He dropped it over 10 points, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So but the way they allowed him to skirt the law, like as the president, you're not supposed to be able to profit on the presidency. You understand what I'm saying? And he was basically allowed to, one, buy a DC hotel, then basically make sure that all the world leaders that came to DC stayed there, and then stayed there at an inflated rate. And this was well, he has to be able to make a living. The presidency is a lot less than what he was making as a businessman. And I'm like, are y'all really serious?
Oh, bro, they let a lot of shit slide for dude that they wouldn't let slide for anyone else. Bro, Obama went on 5 vacations, bro. The whole damn presidency. 5. 2 terms, bro went on like 5 vacations. And they broke down how much those 5 vacations cost. Trump was at his golf resort every other week. Every other week.
And this is a thing, bro. He wasn't just these are all the layers to him being at his properties, right? He's golfing for one, so he's not working. He's paying. No, excuse me. We're paying for Secret Service to be there once again at an inflated rate. Then people are gonna stay there or come there and eat and hang out or whatever because he's there. So now at an inflated rate, so he's making money off of that. And just to wrap this Trump thing up in a bow, not to be we always on him, but imagine, right? I ain't gonna even say Obama. I ain't gonna even say another politician. I'm gonna use your name, Sean. My bad. Right? Let's say LaShawn Jones was like, hey, I got this company, and I'm starting this fundraising campaign, and you can donate as little as $1 to help me out in my endeavors. And because of who he is, his name or whatever, let's just say tens of thousands of people decide to donate money via their credit card, right? Now, imagine if, all people listening was like, yeah, okay, what's wrong with that, Sky? Imagine if then next month it took the amount out again without you knowing. And when you went to the website to like try to uncheck the box that you never checked to say make recurring payments, it would automatically check it back. And then finally, it would give you a message, we're going to notify LaShawn that you really not a real supporter. You just a so-so supporter. What would y'all think of him then?
Talk about it.
But now here's somebody that was president, and no, excuse me, no longer president, all right, that was still raising money on some fake being reinstated. And this was back at the end of November. And then people were finding out that they were being signed up for recurring payments that they never even signed up for. And some of them weren't even monthly, they were weekly.
Man.
Listen, and then then when some people lost tens of thousands of dollars, they complained, and instead of them just refunding the money, they shamed the people. Shamed them for not going bankrupt to support a lie. Imagine if that was anybody else.
Man.
Anybody else. So, like I said, man, like his views, how he feel about black people or most black people, or whatever, all that stuff, that's part of the game, man. I get it. And it's people right around, I deal with every day that probably be like, oh, fucking nigga, when I leave or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I dig that, man. But it's the way he gets away with actual criminal behavior. We're not talking about, oh, this was morally wrong because you were the president, Bill Clinton. We ain't even talking about that. We talking about stuff that's like other people would go to prison for.
Prison. It's like
So,
real jail. Jail.
jail. Jail, bro. So, yeah, man. So this ain't no bashing this dude or whatever. I'm just showing y'all the differences. Like, I could care less about the politics. Shit, the Democratic politics is fucking us up right now. Like, you understand?
Bro.
You understand what I'm saying? So I ain't like that's. We deal with that every day. I'm just talking about the hypocrisy to where, once again, like actual criminal behavior. How can Michael Cohen, and I'm gonna wrap this subject up right here, but how can Michael Cohen get on TV, show a check, signed by dude in the Sharpie that he uses, and he go to prison, but the dude who signed the check doesn't?
Whew. Now you said a lot with that one, my guy.
You could think whatever you want about Michael Cohen. Look, let me tell you about Michael Cohen. He was a sucker. He did all the nasty, dirty stuff for Trump, the threats, all this. Look, and you saying, well, why did he go to prison? He wasn't worse than Trump. He didn't want to throw his father-in-law fake taxi medallion business under the bus. So when they went to talk about that, he didn't give that up. And that's what they meant by not totally cooperating. So, yes, he's a messed up person. He did a lot of bad things or whatever, and he's no hero now. I'm just giving you the facts that this man went to prison for accepting the reimbursement that he had proof of via check of a payoff. And the person that actually did the paying off not only didn't go to prison, but didn't face any type of criminal consequence. So what my man say? Let that marinate in your spirit.
Spirit, right.
So
we let it marinate in
your spirit. All right, man. We was talking about VP Harris, and you brought up some great points in regards to, we know that Biden's probably not going to do 8 years, and what they're prepping her for. And we talked about Black women being called to clean up the mess of not just white men, Black men too.
Oh yeah.
But here, man, where I guess it's Fox News and the conservative media